Hello my friends and welcome to Disney Dreamlight Valley. Today we're going to talk about the star path, Paw-fect Romance. We're going to discuss the duties compared to the previous star path, see what got easier, what got more difficult. We're also going to take a look at the rewards and on just general feeling, how people feel about the star path. There is a lot of opinions out there and yeah, subscribe for more Disney Dreamlight Valley content and let's jump right into it. So let's start with a list of duties. Here I have the current star path, comparing it versus the previous star path. And one biggest thing that you notice right away, the new star path has 115 duties versus the latest star path having only 91 duties. This is especially interesting considering that the star path before that had only 74 duties. So we went from 74 to 91, now to 115. So on the first glance, you might be like, oh my god, they're making star path more grindy. Is it actually the case? Let's dive deeper into it. What are the additional tasks? So first of all, the tasks are mostly the same. Mostly. But there are a few additions. The whole thing can still be completed within one day if you choose to do so. There is a few more of certain tasks. For example, there is extra 15 Dreamlight duties that we're gonna need to do in the star path, which honestly with the refresh system is not that big of a deal. There is an extra task to save 50,000 coins, which, let's be honest, it's nothing. You can literally make this by doing some soufflés. Just buy a few ingredients from the store, unless you already doing pumpkins, so you can get your coins from that. There is actually one less mining task than before. I guess a lot of people complain about the mining. You still need 10 shiny gems, but the task to mine for 10 oval gems in the previous star path, for example, does not exist in the new one, making it kind of a little bit easier. There's one extra harvest task. You need to harvest wheat, tomatoes, and eggplants versus just 2 different vegetables from the last star path. Another task that was added, which is very interesting, is to vote in a dreamy contest in the Valleyverse. So it gives you you need to vote 10 times, which honestly is a great idea to incentivize voting through star path. But we already need to do 10 votes. So basically, this is such an easily completed task, and most people are just going to complete it at the same time as they complete their weekly voting anyway. In my opinion, voting needs to be incentivized much more than this. I would probably put this task in routine duties as well. I would honestly put voting in every routine duty, so people definitely don't forget to vote. There is one extra feed the critter task. So basically, if you go through the tasks, they're the same tasks, except you just have a couple extra ones that are very similar to the tasks that we had. There is more hangout duties. There is a couple extra characters you're gonna need to hang out with, which is gonna slow you down a little bit. But once again, we have 2 months to complete something that can be completed in 3 to 4 hours. I think it's pretty fair. The fishing tasks are now significantly easy to complete because the catch fish in a certain biome tasks, they're now counting all of the things that you fish out. So before, if you fish in no bubbles, any seaweed, for example, you pull out did not count towards this, but now it does. So there is no incentive to fish in the bubbles now. You can literally just fish outside of the bubbles, and every single catch that you do is still gonna count towards the total, which is a huge quality of life improvement, making it, in my opinion, the star path easier despite having extra tasks. You are gonna need a little bit less memories this star path. If in the previous one you had to open 26 new memories, well, you could stack it to make it less, of course, but in total there was 26. This star path is 5 less, so it's 21 memories. There is a lot of extra tasks to take pictures. For example, take a photo of a fox, take a picture with a tramp. A lot of pictures which takes few seconds to complete. So honestly, despite this star path being 24 extra tasks, it is not gonna result in a longer grinding time. Maybe by just the fact that we have more villagers to hang out. Honestly, that's gonna be the bottleneck. If you sit down to grind star path, your bottleneck is going to be hanging out with villagers because you can only hang out with one at a time. And it's still, I do not see how this star path is gonna take more than 4 hours to complete in total, even if you started with no preparation whatsoever. In my opinion, star path is still ridiculously easy some tasks that were added take like a couple seconds to complete, and some tasks that we already had just got easier to complete as well. So I would argue it's probably gonna be the same level of difficulty as the previous one. Requiring 10 diamonds in the duties that only unlocked in the final few weeks was such a bastard move. 10 diamonds in 2 weeks. How is that difficult? You can get that without potions. Just a couple mining rounds in the Forgotten Lands. I genuinely do not understand this. Can't please everyone. People complain when it's too short, then they complain when it's too long. Are people really complaining about having a couple extra duties that take seconds to complete? Some people can breathe through it quickly, so I see it as them trying to find a good middle ground, especially with how recently each week they added additional duties. We'll see if it's still too early to judge. I agree. I think they are trying to find middle ground, and I know that some people don't have a lot of time to grind their star path, but I feel like compared to what we had just a few updates ago, when there were multiple duties that took multiple days, and the whole star path, like when I was grinding it on streams, it literally took me multiple streams to complete. Now, the whole thing can be completed in one day, in one play session. And 4 hours, it's like worst case scenario. If you literally just started playing the game, it will take you 4 hours. Okay, well, if you literally started yesterday, it's probably going to take a little bit longer. But if you've been playing for at least a couple of weeks, it can be easily completed in 4 hours. I feel like that's more than fair. The star path has been nerfed into the ground compared to when we had to fish for 10 crabs or craft 3 manuals, craft so much more potions. Some star path required you to do like 7 daisy boutiques, gift 20 plus villagers. Like, this is 10% difficulty of what it used to be. I know if somebody just joined maybe last update, it might feel like it got a little bit more difficult, but for people who remember how it used to be, guys, trust me, this is nothing. We suffered through Star Path just a year ago. Now, it's the easiest it's ever been. Next, if we are talking about Star Path, we have to talk about if it's worth buying Premium Star Path. And you know me, I might be biased, but my answer is yes. There is no ifs, there is no buts. The answer is resounding yes. The cost of Premium Star Path is 400 moonstones. I've seen people saying, oh, I only like one item in the Star Path, so I'm gonna pass it. If you like only one item, that's a one item that you get for 400 moonstones. And another beautiful thing about Star Path, at least for me, I know not everybody will share the same opinion, is that it actually makes you play the game. It's very easy to forget about all of this routine stuff that we need to do. And for some people, that's annoying. They absolutely hate doing fishing, cleaning, cooking, all of that stuff. They want to enjoy other aspects of the game. But that's what we do 99% of the time. So for me, being able to grind the Star Path, do the activities that normally I would just skip in favor of some other things is actually a lot of fun, because it reminds me what this game is about and reminds me of certain tasks and duties that you can do in it that you normally wouldn't do. And after I complete the Star Path, I can go back to whatever I enjoy the most, like dream snaps, decorating, and all that stuff. So for me personally, absolutely worth it. So I've seen quite a few posts, also people saying that the Star Path items are boring. Is it just me, or is the season Star Path very lackluster in the sense of the majority, if not all the rewards are either bland or ugly? I feel like bland or ugly is a very subjective thing. I know I've literally seen comments to my videos. People saying, one person saying, oh my god, Valentine's Day is my favorite holiday, so I'm so happy about the Star Path. And then another person on the same video commenting that they hate Valentine's Day and they hate the Star Path. So it's impossible to for everyone to like everything. There's going to be people who are going to hate the items in the Star Path. I just feel like you should make your own decision, judging for yourself, looking at the items. So if you just seeing comments online, people saying the Star Path sucks, it might suck for them, but it doesn't mean it's gonna suck for you. So I would highly recommend checking out every single item in the Star Path. And if you like at least two items that you would really want to have, it's absolutely worth it. Plus, even if you don't like the items right now, you never know what is going to be the perfect item to use in Dream Snaps in the future. To maybe one day you're going to get a decorating bug and you would want to decorate your biomes, and you might actually regret not having certain items. So if you have 4 hours in the next 2 months, even if you absolutely hate the star path, I would highly recommend you still complete it, because it's the easiest way to get items in this game. It's the highest value for your time and for your moonstones that you can possibly spend in this game. So do a future self a favor and get these items now before they bring them back in premium shop and you have to pay thousands of moonstones per each. Now you can get all of them for just 400. Best deal of a century. Yeah, the Star Path themes come down to personal preference a lot. I've literally seen these kinds of comments about every Star Path. There are always people who hate the current Star Path and people who love the current Star Path. But in the end of the day, why not collect the items just in case? It's not like it costs real money or it requires insane amounts of time. But that's just my advice. You can, if you absolutely hate them and cannot even, like, you literally feel repulsed by just having these items on your account, then sure, you can do something else. You don't have to do Star Path. And this is what I'm talking about. I'm in love with this Star Path. Literally completely opposite opinion. Instant buy. Like, it's always like this. There is always going to be people loving and hating every Star Path. I personally definitely have my favorites. I have Star Paths that's less favorite, but I'm just a hoarder, so I have to have all of the items, especially if they're giving to me for free, essentially. And I never know when I'm gonna need a certain item. Even though now the tags are relevant, you still might find that one item, like for example, I don't really care about this telephone pole. Just literally don't see myself using it ever. But I bet in the future there's going to be a dream snap where this item is going to be just perfect, and I'm going to be so glad that I got it. What? Phone vibrates? Okay, that is good to hear. So there's apparently a lot of animated items in this Star Path. People saying the quality is better. I haven't checked all of them out yet. I didn't grind the Star Path yet. But that definitely makes me excited. So yes, I'm on a mission of letting everybody know that Star Path is absolutely worth it. And I will keep doing this every update. Well, at least as long as the Star Path is actually worth it. If you enjoy playing this game, if you see yourself playing this game for a long time, might as well get the items while doing stuff that you would probably normally do. You can literally use the duties to accumulate resources. You always need Dreamlight for new realms and for potions. You do need potions for Star Path. There is a lot of tasks that literally help you build up resources and advance you in the game. So it's like killing 2 birds with 1 stone and getting a whole bunch of free items. I just cannot say no to this. It sounds like an amazing deal to me. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments if you actually already completed the Star Path, at least the regular part of it. And if you chose not to complete the Star Path, please also let me know why. I'm genuinely curious. I've seen a lot of opinions. Do you hate the items? Do you hate how that it got a little bit more grindy? How would you rate the Star Path compared to other Star Path? Is it your favorite? Is it like mid? Is it your least favorite? Yeah, share your opinions on Star Path, and I cannot wait to grind it and get all the items. See you at the spiral. Wait, this is the spiral was yesterday. I'll see you tomorrow for more videos. Thank you so much for being here, and take care, dreamers.
Oh, nice day we're having, isn't it?
Oh, it's wonderful. Woohoo!
Amazing. Gotta tell you, it is really beautiful here. Hey, nice to see you.
Oh, hello.
Are you seeing this?
Oh.